Okay, hello and welcome everybody for this to this new lesson of process speaking. We have been dealing with a few lessons previously, and here is another one about process speaking. I'm Adnan, and I'm going to talk about how to do this process speaking and what this process speaking is. I'm going to give a an easiest example to make it clear to you all in the best, easiest way so that you may have a better understanding of the process speaking. So we have this picture here. Let's move on to the next slide, what the process speak is. So the process speech or the process speaking is actually a demonstration speech that teaches the audience how to do something. It's a kind of exhibition of telling the audience how to do a particular action. For example, you want to tell me, or you want to tell the audience how to make a cake, how to. There are so many things actually you can do. How to any question that talks about how to do anything, how to fix a flat tire, how to paint a car, how to do whitewashing of your house or room. Okay, how to clean your car. There could be multiple examples. So this particular type of speaking process actually is called a process speaking, in which we describe how to do a particular thing, how to bake a bread, how to make a bread, or how to make something, whatever it is. Okay, so it says how to do something. It often includes a physical demonstration, like physically you show them this is I'm going to do it right in front of you, and you're going to observe it, and you're going to do it right the way I'm doing it. So includes a physical demonstration from the speaker in addition to the lecture. And there's a lecture and there's then the physical, demonstration. There is a kind of orientation as well. We may call that too. So topics suitable for process speech include how to dress for a job interview. See, this is another example here. For example, somebody might ask you how to dress for a job interview. So you will tell him do this, tap a tie a tie, put on a good, three-piece kind of suit, and wear perfume, look fresh, okay, and prepare yourself, everything. Make sure that you're confident. Okay. So when you tell anybody about a process of doing something, that's what we call a process speech. Okay. So we could have a few examples here. I mean, the terms we can use or the questions we can ask for the process speaking. I mean, there could be more different words for asking somebody or for describing the process of something. For example, how to fix something, how to do. For example, somebody asks you how to do my homework, how to do makeup or something, how to use this pen, or how to design a new template, or how to prepare a fresh meal, how to cook how to cook food. Okay, how is dash produced, okay, how this product is produced or something, how something is produced, how to organize a bunch of files. Okay, and we have how to plan a holiday, how to plan a picnic, or how to produce, oh, it's the same word, how to produce doesn't sound really cool, but how to produce babies, how to make babies. Just for the fun part. How to structure a good essay. Okay, what are the steps to clean the room? Okay, so these are different ways, verbs, words to ask somebody about a process of doing something. Okay, so what are the prerequisites of doing a process speech? What things what are the things that you really need to do? So we're going to discuss them later here in the next slide here. So in this one, we have a prerequisites and introduction, like, and all the activities or the process that is needed to do this particular process are mentioned here. So first, we think identify the subject and explain whatever the topic you have. You're going to name that topic and explain that this is about this particular thing. This is about cleaning a car. This is about renting a new house. Okay, list of materials. Okay, you talk about the materials, whatever the material is required for that. For example, necessary things that are required. useful material and optional material. Like you can have this, you can have this, you can have this and that, and this one is optional. Okay, so you're going to give this example like that. Display all the things relevant to the, to your process to the audience. For example, you might have seen the so many magic shows there on the stage. So they show cards to the people, to the audience, and then they make those cards disappear. And then, oh, there are different techniques because we're not talking about them. However, this is how they do it, right? So you have to display your things, your list of material to the audience. For example, I have a pen, I have a paper, and I have this and that, and I'm going to do a trick with this. Okay, describe them in order or in steps. Okay, one by one, describe the process, and then take step one, step two, step three, step four, like that. If multiple possible approaches, if there are possibly more approaches to doing your the process that you're going through, you can also give them the other options. Like, this is one way of doing this, and there's another way of doing this, and this is another way, and then more ways of doing that. So you can tell them too. Then you can say, and once you give them all the list of other possible processes, you tell them that this is the one which is the most reliable one, more preferred one. Okay, you can go for this one. So suggest them a better one, the best one. Then when you're done with all the things, then give a brief review of everything that you have just gone through. And then, at the end, you must have seen that on the stage there, on that, America Has Got Talent or Britain Got Talent, something. So they call one of the people, sometimes they call one of the judges on the stage to come and join them in that experiment or in that trick or the process. So one of them or two of them come on the stage and they join that particular magician or someone. So you can call someone from the audience and tell him to accompany you in doing that process. Okay, that is an optional part, but however, when you do such an act, when you involve audience in your process of something, it really makes it more lively, exciting, and it is more like more influensive. Like it does a rather greater influence to the audience. So that's actually the process in words. So let's move on to practically understand how we do it. For example, we have very easiest example here about how to make a cup of tea, right? So let's just talk about this one by one. And before we could jump into that, before we might we must be sure about what our specific purpose is. So our purpose is to inform my audience or our audience about making a cup of tea. And then we move on to the central idea. The central idea, a traditional Pakistani tea, consists of several steps, which is this, and that, and the tea is uniquely different. It's unique and without health hazardous or does not really harm anybody. It's useful kind of tea. When I'm talking about this green tea kind of thing, not every kind of tea. There could be different types of tea. So this is the central idea, to introduce to my audience, to tell to my audience about the traditional Pakistani tea. Okay. The main points I'll be discussing: material required, electric kettle, water, cup, sugar, tea bag. Then we have the process. How the process starts: pour the 2 cups of water in the kettle and let it boil. And then we have the goal is accomplished. Stir it up, relax, and have a sip, and you enjoy your rest of the day. That was a few things that you must go through when you're speaking, when you're a student of public speaking. You must be going through this thing. You must know how to design each and every step. You draft each and everything, and then you move on and to the procedure. So now we have a procedure here. Let's move on here. Let's talk about the procedure. So we have got a few pictures from WikiHow. So all the credit goes to the WikiHow, who actually helped me show to you or bring these pictures to you. Anyways, so add first thing, they start with water, and add some water to it, then plug the kettle on, like turn it on, plug it on, turn it on, whatever it is, and let the water boil. Okay, let it come to a level of boil, like that, it starts boiling. Then once you're done, like 3 steps are there, 1, 2, and 3, 3 pictures. And then we have rinse out the cup with boiling water. Take the boiling water and pour it into the cup and rinse your cup. Make sure you wash it this with this, rinse it out with this hot water so that no germs remain. Okay, and then place the bag or loose tea. If you have a bag, tea, you can put that tea bag there in the cup, or if you have a loose tea, you can just take a spoon and put it there. It all depends how you do it. And then we have next step. When you have put the tea bag in the cup, then you add some water, let it steep, let it be there for some time. And when you see that there is a color coming out of this bag and the water color is changing, then what you do, you use a teaspoon to remove that tea bag from there. Sometimes people do some process like they tie it together. They tie the teaspoon and the tea bag together, like they tie them tightly so that everything, every ounce of that tea, or every little slightest flavor of tea is poured completely into the water. I mean, so that you have if you want to have a stronger tea, so you let the tea bag be there for a longer time. Okay, I mean, for normal tea, you could be using you could let it be there for 2 minutes or 3 or 5, and if you want a stronger tea, you can let it be there for 7 minutes or 8 minutes. Okay, you can always increase the time. And then we have add sugar if required. Here there's sugar. If you want to have a sugar-free tea, you don't need to add any cup sugar tea. Okay, sugar to tea, I mean that. And then we have a cup of tea ready. Drink the contents of the cup at a leisurely pace and enjoy the goodness that is tea. And that is it. In the end, we have a few activities here. If you think you really want to do that, then go on, take your time and start doing that. That's all for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. May Allah bless you all.